Hello, my name is Unice Anne C, and I will explain about the building electrical service equipment. It provides illumination or lighting and any other facilities required for the building or structure to be occupied for its intended purpose. There are 4 electrical service equipment: service entrance conductors, service entrance, switchboards, and panel boards. Underground or overhead service entrance conductors transport electricity from the transformer to the building service disconnects via a metering mechanism or device. The service drop refers to the overhead cables that run from a pole-mounted distribution transformer to the building's service entry. The service lateral refers to the underground or buried service entrance conductors. Except for the neutral, which may be left bare in overhead installations, service entrance conductors must be insulated. Single-phase service drops will have 2 or 3 wires, but 3-phase service drops will have either 3 or 4 wires. Typically, the utility provides service entrance conductors. Each utility has its own requirements for wire size and minimum clearances. The service entrance includes the components that connect the utility-supplied wiring, the service lateral or service drop, to the service disconnect, excluding the utility's metering equipment. Service entrance equipment receives the service entrance conductors. The service equipment includes a method of measuring power, the metering equipment, a method of cutting off power, the main disconnect or switchgear, and overcurrent protection devices, the circuit breakers or fuses, that protect the service entrance conductors. The electric meter is a device used by the utility company to measure and record the amount of electricity consumed. It can be digital or analog electric meter. It is utilized in building services rated up to 400 ampere. This meter is just a little electric motor with a speed proportional to the amount of power consumed. As electricity travels through the meter's transformer-like coils, a disc rotates and dial pointers revolve to record the amount of power utilized in kilowatt-hours. Metering used for services rated above 400 ampere is done with a current transformer or CT. CT devices measure the current flowing through each undergrounded or hot conductor. CT metering devices are contained in a CT cabinet, which is part of the service entrance equipment. A service disconnect is a mandatory piece of service entrance equipment that allows the utility company's electrical service to be turned off, hence disconnecting power from the building installation. The service entry conductors are protected by a set of fuses or a circuit breaker. A switchboard is a large cabinet or assembly of metal cabinets in which is connected disconnecting switches, overcurrent protection devices like fuses or circuit breakers, other protective devices, and instruments designed to divide large amounts of electrical current into smaller amounts of current used by electrical equipment. It contains one or more devices that can be used to disconnect a circuit from its power source both manually and automatically. Switchboards are the most powerful components of building distribution and protection systems. They are normally floor-mounted and rated for currents ranging from 1,200 to 6,000 amperes and voltages less than 600 volts. A switchboard is typically accessed from the front and back of the switchboard cabinet. A panel board is a collection of one or more metal cabinets that function as a single unit, containing buses and automatic overcurrent protection devices like fuses or circuit breakers. It is available with or without switches for controlling light, heat, and power circuits. A panel board is a cabinet or cut-out enclosure that is put in or against a wall or partition and is accessible from the front. In the trade, a panel board is known as a power panel, load center, distribution center, or main power panel. A load center, by definition, is a panel board having a pre-assembled. A standard panel board is made up of a cabinet, which is a sheet metal box, and a cover, which encloses and conceals the panel board interior to limit access to power distribution components. The cabinet and cover enclose and protect the interior section, which contains vertical buses for power distribution, overcurrent protection devices like circuit breakers or fuses to protect and feed branch circuits to outlets, and termination buses for neutral and grounding connections for branch circuits. This is the source I used for my report. Thank you for listening.